Okay, so today we're going to talk about photosynthesis, and our focus question is going to be what would happen if all photosynthesis on the planet stopped? So, what is photosynthesis? All autotrophs use photosynthesis, and when I'm talking about autotrophs, I'm talking about plants. Auto meaning that they can make their own food. They don't consume food, but they do take up nutrients, and they turn sun energy into food. So this is why they are considered primary producers because they create food or glucose just from using sun energy and a few other things like carbon dioxide and water. So where does photosynthesis occur? Photosynthesis specifically occurs within the chloroplast, and this is only in plant cells. So within the chloroplast, there's a few things. Within the chloroplast, there's a stack called the granum, and then within that granum, you have these thylakoids, and this is where the actual photosynthesis occurs. So you'll see this kind of mini drawing down here, and don't get too caught up on this. But as water moves through and as ADP moves through, we end up with ATP, and this ATP is energy, and we end up with O2, which is oxygen in the gas form that we actually need to breathe. So, on top of plants creating this food source for us, they also create oxygen for us to be able to breathe and survive. So, like we said before, plants take up water, CO2, and sunlight, and they take these things and they create glucose, which is a sugar, and they create oxygen. So, when they take in six different molecules of CO2 or carbon dioxide, they also take in six of water, and then they bring in this light energy and they harvest this light energy from the sun, and that's where they can create this glucose molecule as well as some oxygen molecules. So this is a picture of kind of what's going on within the actual chloroplast. And as you can see, it has the light coming in, it has the H2O coming in, and the CO2. And from that, we have these outputs at the bottom, which are these sugars, and this O2. So photosynthesis is super, super important when it comes to any living organisms, including ourselves, because without this, there would be nothing that would be able to harvest this amount of energy and create this food source. So even if you are not someone who eats a lot of plants on your own, the things that you eat do eat plants. And so photosynthesis, if it were to stop on the entire world, like planet, it would be extremely difficult for anyone to survive without those primary producers that create this food source for us.